Sunny Hostin never stops ripping on the cops. View co-host Sunny Hostin says she introduced her son to the police ahead of time so they don't harass him for jogging in her all-white neighborhood. Roll it, Elvis.
As a mother of black children, I know that black boys are not given the presumption of innocence and the presumption of youth. I have had to be in the position where I have gone to my local police department because I know my son is going to be training for the Junior Olympics, running around the neighborhood in an all-white neighborhood, and I have brought him to the police and said, he belongs to me. This is my son. Do not harass him. Do not stop him.
Amazing. A typical Democrat moving to an all-white neighborhood, then bitching about racism. Hey, lady, there's a reason you live in that all-white neighborhood. You picked the safest place for you and your family. Now you're ragging on the cops. If you want to relocate to the south side of Chicago, it's a buyer's market. Sadly there, your son will train by running from gunfire and not from the...
Sunny Hostin for SE cops P shots fire car rahi high. She literally said she took her son to the police station ahead of time so he won't get harassed while jogging in her all-white neighborhood. MATLAB imagine. Hi officer. This is my son, please don't stop him. Bro, what kind of pre-booking is this? Yi Koi airport security clearance Haya neighborhood running track?
Your Olympics, don't you run on like a track?
Do you know what? I gotta tell you, this story should have been the lead. Yeah. I'm thinking about it, all the things that we're talking about. It has everything. It's like a freaking hoax. She just lies.
It seems like a lie.
Smollett classic.
Yes, this is a Smollett. It's a Smollett number 9. She got it off the menu. It's amazing. I might have to talk about this all day.
Or Sap's funny part? Madam Cud all-white neighborhood main shift hodi high because it's safer, cleaner, quieter. Lekin for wahi jaga choose karka, she starts crying about racism and police harassment. Like lady, I got it na high unsafe flag to high, then why you living there? Reality ye high. She picked the safest zip code, then complains about the people keeping it safe.
Is feeling guilty about being a successful black lady who lives with white people, so she has to play.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Successful slave-owning black woman. Get it right.
Yeah, slave owned. Her ancestors owned slaves. So she has to play up this like I am a target of oppression, so she can remain on a credentialed level with other blacks.
No, stop it, Greg. She was lying through her teeth. She's full of. The cops are just in a group sitting around drinking coffee. Hey, police, this is my kid. You see him running around, you leave him alone, or you're gonna deal with me. And they're like, oh, Sonny, yes, ma'am. And then the one cop was like, nah. And they're like, put it away, put the baton away, Johnson.
Sunny is trying to turn a normal situation into a movie scene. She's basically doing performance activism. Because real-life main cops sitting around coffee pinahi bolt, oh Sunny ma'am, will protect your son. Ye Hollywood script high. This isn't safety planning. This is political theater with a victim's storyline attached.
I read. The true sign of the apocalypse is someone that dumb has a law degree. Worse, if your name has the word sun in it, there's no excuse for not knowing how an eclipse works. But it's no surprise that Joy is the one who understands science. She's been on the science diet for years.
Oh no, nothing really comes to mind. I was like, Ching, listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be, this should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last, they called them Hitler, they call these things, America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game.
And then Tyrus did what nobody expected. He went straight at the View. No shouting, no overacting. Calm, controlled, savage. One line and the entire studio energy flipped. Whoopi's face. It was like someone unplugged the whole show for 3 seconds. Cups rattled, awkward laughs, tension sky high. Bro, it felt like a truth grenade landed on live TV.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in her face. Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial justice. Well, turns out she's not as oppressed as she claims she is. She's actually the descendant of slave owners.
Tyrus basically treated Sunny's story like a hoax. Like, this sounds like Smollett Part 9. And honestly, it does sound fake. Because Junior Olympics training? You don't run on the street like a stray dog escaping traffic, loudly crying face you run on a track. The way Sunny framed it, it sounded like she was trying to sell a Netflix drama.
Sure, all that, and the price of butter. Sunny gets the game ball. If it wasn't for her, asking that question, it might have been a closer election. But when oh no, nothing really comes to mind, I was like, cha-ching. Listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be. This should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last. They call them Hitler. They call these things. America rejected them, and instead of coming back and saying we lied,
Let's be real. The View is not a discussion show anymore. It's WWE energy with coffee mugs. Constant interruptions, emotional screaming, and fake outrage. Every episode feels like breaking news, but nothing actually breaks. It's chaos packaged as empowerment, and Tyrus exposed it without even raising his voice.
Oh, I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do.
Whoopi acts like the referee of the room. Calm, composed, until someone pushes back. Then that signature Whoopi glare comes out. The "how dare you disagree" face. The View's biggest lie is that they want debate. They want agreement. The second a real counterpoint enters the room, their tolerance disappears.
Brains are small. But who's the dumbest one of all? True, none of them are in Mensa, but who's the most densa? Perhaps it's Sunny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now the View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't shatter. So instead, let's check out this clip from Monday's episode of The View when the ladies put their science caps on and discuss the solar.
Now here's the plot twist that makes this whole thing even crazier. Sunny went on Finding Your Roots and found out her ancestors were slaveholders. The same Sunny who screams about oppression and reparations suddenly discovers she's connected to the exact history she lectures everyone about. That moment alone was like watching karma politely knock on the door.
Oh, nothing really comes to mind. I was like, cha-ching. Listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be. This should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last. They call them Hitler. They call these things. America rejected them, and instead of coming back and saying we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game again.
Tyrus didn't dismantle the show by screaming. He did it by staying calm. That's what made it deadly. Because when someone is loud, they can blame tone. But when someone is calm and sharp, they can't escape it. His humor was precise. His points were clean. He basically made The View look small without even trying.
It's not even that. In The View, you don't need to find Trumpers. You need to fire your race baiters.
Yeah.
You need to fire the two races. You've had people. You had a McCain on there. You've had people on there before, and you ran them off. Mm-hmm. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sunny, and was it Bette Midler? What's her name? Broke-ass Bette Midler. Fire them and bring people in. Maybe you could get McCain to come back.
And that's the real message here. The View only supports diversity as long as you think like them. Agree and you're family. Disagree and you're a villain. They preach unity, then divide people in the same sentence. Tyrus said it best: you don't need to find Trumpers, you need to fire your race baiters.
The problem is that you have to go after the racist people. And if be the CEO goes, you know what? I'm not going to allow a woman on my show or man that will go after white America and talk about them like dogs. That doesn't represent our ideals or values for anyone. And get rid of those people, and this will clear up real quick. So do you have to actually look in the mirror and clean up your own backyard and get the racist people out? Because that's who you allowed in. You allowed black racist on TV who could just go all day and say anything about white people. And I guess lo and behold, they forgot that there's a lot of people at home, white people at home during the day that are not watching your show anymore. So just clean it up.
End of the day, Tyrus didn't even need a follow-up. The View did the work themselves, reacting, overreacting, proving his point live. Whoopi's frustration was cinematic. Sunny's victim mode was predictable. And the internet clipped everything instantly. That's the difference. Loud people need chaos, calm people expose it. One quiet line shook the whole stage.